who are in the audience today. I am very glad to present to you the 8th grade play today. Today, I believe, is the day before Mother's Day, so I'd like to wish Happy Mother's Day to everybody here. And I'd like to give a round of applause to all those mothers out there. It is also Teacher Appreciation Week, so a very special thank you to my colleagues at the school. A round of applause for them. I'd like to give a super big special thank you to Frau Szymanski, our lower school German teacher, who has helped us tremendously with the production of the play, and who has been with the 8th grade in a very special way since 6th grade. Where she was the main teacher with them in the building. And she, perhaps as much as anybody in the school, knows their immense gifts and unique abilities and talents and everything that they bring to the school. So thank you, Frau Szymanski, for all your help. Thank you also to Mrs. Somers and the high school stage group for helping us with lighting and stage production. This week also is International Nurse Appreciation Week. It is also the month of May, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. It is also the month of May, Mental Health Awareness Month. So I think there is something about the springtime that brings about this atmosphere of growing and building and appreciating and of gratitude as well. And our play explores that in some detail. It explores, perhaps in a subtle way, how nature and growing things affect our own relationships and how we face adversity. Before I forget, also a very special thank you to our high school Spanish teacher, Professor Cherry, who helped direct the play and to block it and to stage it and to adapt it for the stage. It needed adapting because it comes from 40 years ago, from a story from across the ocean in the country of Bulgaria. And at that time, the flow of information I would take for granted today was not there. In fact, there was a very physical border in the Berlin Wall, which separated the East from the West, and the metaphorical border of the Eastern Bloc of the communist countries, which refused to allow the free flow of information. So it's only in times like today that we get to have this story and adaptation. So I'm very proud of the work that the 8th grade has done. They are very proud of themselves, and they're very excited to show you the world premiere of the story of Dick.
And not out of conceit, nor out of fear, I keep large, huge, enormous hair. What's this? In the grass? It's gleaming, it's glowing, it's shining. This thing, which is somewhat the size of me, and resembles he's that holds the flame back to the professor, as the poet would say. This something is like nothing I've ever seen. I found it in a damp spot, so I'll make it a similar home here. Some cotton, a splash of water on a plate, there. Please don't forget like to lay where it's wet. And here by the windowsill, in any story I've ever known, a bit of sunlight has done no harm. Now, back to my work. There's nothing that something can be but a tiny being. And what are those things extending from its head? Antenna?
Yes, antenna.
Who are you?
I don't know, but I hope to someday know.
And what do they call you?
I don't know, but I hope someday to find out.
I'll call you Din. Do you know why?
I do. You found me in the forest by Din Lake and immediately made up a song about me. Sweet and kind, who is sweet and who is kind? This is the one you'll find.
You can read my thoughts?
Not all of them. Why are you alone? Why aren't you with friends?
This is a forest, there's no one here.
But there are animals in the forest.
If there are any left.
There are, but you must wish to be with them. Wish it with all your might.
With all my might wish I for friends to have nearby.
Here comes the first one. Hi, I'm Rabbit.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Rabbit. This is the professor.
Good afternoon. How are you? Always getting better, thank you. May I introduce you to the bear?
Hello. What are your names?
This is the professor. I'm Din.
Why Din? Are you very noisy?
I'm not named after the boys, but after Din Lake.
Too bad. It would have been more amusing.
What happened to your paw?
There's nothing wrong with my paw.
Stop him. It's obvious why, isn't it?
No. Yes, actually, obvious. But it's not obvious why someone with so much honey feels that no one else should have it.
May I introduce you to Honey? This is the professor, and Dick, who can read minds.
Good afternoon. Although it has been one exhausting day. And I don't see where those who don't work for honey feel they are entitled to it. The professor is wondering if you all would like something to eat or drink.
Yeah, I was just wondering about how to go about that. But how did you? Oh, yes. Would you like some tea or some? I don't know.
Don't bother. You will have to excuse me, but I just don't understand this odd custom humans have. When they eat or drink with someone, it's in silence or worse. And you'll have to excuse me once again. They speak nonsense. When we are guests, we usually discuss an important subject.
And what would that be?
It varies. One of us will suggest a topic, and the rest of us address it subsequently.
The meeting will start now.
I looked all over for you, and here you are, sitting as a professor. Have you heard the news?
I have the pleasure of introducing you to Hedgehog. This is Dick, who can read minds. But how do you know the professor?
Oh yes, last fall he gave me some apples. Last fall? Oh, so that's where they yes, of course. Thanks, Professor.
You didn't think it was last fall.
I did, but I just wanted to thank him again.
Courtesy is never a subject. Courtesy makes us better, if you know what I mean. And what news did you speak of before?
The wolf has brought something to the forest. Something that thunders, growls, tugs, scares small animals and poisons all living things.
A dog!
A bullet.
A plane.
A crocodile!
No, it's an automobile.
Well, tomorrow is another day. Let's all meet again after breakfast.
Why did you think the wolf was a crocodile? And why did it scare you so? well, we should get some drinks. Where are you? Where'd you go?
It's me. I sleep more comfortably this way.
That can't really be you.
It's me. Don't be afraid. I can turn into certain things.
Turning into things? This is impossible. I can see reading minds. Yeah, I can see reading minds and telepathy and such. I can see such a thing. But changing form from one thing to another, just like that, this is impossible. This is fantastical. This is unearthly. Unearthly. You're not from Earth, are you, Vin?
I don't know, but someday I will learn.
Maybe I'm dreaming, huh? And maybe you're just a dream.
I don't know, Professor. Maybe you really are. But someday I will find out for certain.
It's a new day, and now I know that I am alone, completely alone. And I'm supposed to host a friend again today.
You better get ready soon.
Din? Sweet and kind, who is sweet and who is kind? Din's the one to find.
It's not every day that we get to visit a professor and a Din that can read minds.
It looks like everyone's here, except Honeybee.
She's probably overexhausted.
Yeah, she likes to exhaust herself and especially talk about it afterwards. Yes, the meeting will start now.
I propose that we discuss the frog and her atrocities of which you're all aware.
The professor is not.
Well, neither are you. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot you can read those. Here are the facts as they lay. Professor, the frog has built a factory by the river for dyeing various fabrics, but the factory dirties the water and harms everyone.
Can't even bathe anymore.
The water is not safe for drinking.
And the flowers that grow in the dirty river make horrible pollen.
The fish can't breathe anymore. Although, the fish don't exactly breathe, if you know what I mean.
What do you all suggest?
We should destroy that darn factory.
We shouldn't. The factory may be helping people in other ways. We should punish the frog. Yes, although that won't help the situation.
We should move the river. The beavers are more than capable.
Yes, but then we'd be left without water. There would be a drought.
Please excuse my immodesty, but I believe that the factory should operate every other day, and we can all drink from the river on the day it's shut down.
But what about the fish? They are already suffocating.
There's no other way. We should just demolish it.
There is another way. While we talked, the professor figured it out.
I can't hide anything from you, can I? Yes, friends, there is another way. We shouldn't demolish the factory. You all can use it to dye your various goods. Handkerchiefs, socks, clothes, in all various types of colors. Pink, blue, purple. Instead, we'll clean the water.
But how?
We'll build a dam and line it with moss. Put a layer of rocks, another layer of moss. Smaller rocks, another layer of moss. Pebbles, and one last layer of moss. When the water passes through, all pollutants will be filtered out, and we'll be left with clean water. But none of us know how to build a river there. Maybe the beaver. Yes, the beaver. With generations and generations of skill, it will be no problem. And I know some stuff too.
Right, let's get started. We can all help. Given the silence to the frog. She must be punished. I suggest we give it to the steward, and he could do to her whatever he will. Does anyone object?
Here come our friends. Good morning. Today's honeybees targeting topic discussion.
The meeting will
I
start.
propose to discuss the wolf, and I think that thunders, growls, chokes, and moves fast.
It scares small animals when it's all living things.
The poison is the worst part. You can't fight anywhere this atomic bioprocess.
Excuse me, but the correct name is automobile.
Thank you. When you work so hard, you can't dedicate the needed time to your autodidacticism.
We've got the topic. Is this a gathering?
Maybe it's a meeting.
This must be a highly significant event. Or critically important decisions will be made. Determined precise regulations.
Which no one will follow. What's behind that hairy thing?
I think it's the rabbit.
I guess it's nothing then.
Look, there's the bee.
That's not the bee, but a gnat. The way the bear is sprawled out on the floor feels like a doormat.
Please excuse me, but both of you are fools.
Who's this now?
That's something with headlights for eyes and a brush for hair.
Hey, you two! Stop taunting!
What's this oddity?
This is, I don't know.
They call me Dim, and you were two uncivilized rodents who are not too good at that. Please get back into that rusty can you call an automobile and kindly leave.
What's that? Yes, they do envy me. And this one wears glasses, has a big hair, and calls himself wise, but they don't have an automobile. They call themselves a professor, but they don't have an automobile. Not even a used one.
He doesn't have an automobile, but he is a professor, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yarn!
I hadn't seen you angry, Did. I didn't know you could get angry.
I didn't know either. Getting angry is unpleasant, very unpleasant, and it makes your head ache afterwards.
Let's go for a walk. Before it's complete, your headache will pass.
The flowers, the sun.
What is it, Did?
I think I recall.
What do you recall?
Everything. Who I am, where I'm from, everything. Oh, then tell us.
Go on, then.
Do be so kind. This will be captivating.
Oh, how fortunate this happened on my day off. Dear friends, my planet is very far away. It's 4, 5, or maybe 6 or 7 stars away from here. My planet is called Nedrak, which translated into your language means garden. It is thus called because it is in eternal spring. Thus there are many plants and flowers, and everything looks like plants and flowers. How did you get to Earth? We can fly. Once I flew high above Nedrak, and found myself in space. There I turned into light, and moved at the speed of light. All of us, once in space, turn into light because plants contain lots of light.
Why are you so scared of crocodiles?
That is the most frightening tale on the planet. 100, 200, and maybe 300,000 years ago on Nedrak, terrifying monsters appeared. They strongly resembled your earthly crocodiles, but were much larger and crueler. They ate everything. Finally, they ate the air itself, and thus they themselves could not live on. If not for that, our planet would have ceased to exist.
Who brought the air back?
We did. The plants, the flowers,
and trees.
So these monsters are long gone?
Yes.
And there isn't a single one left.
Not one.
Dean, I so wish the busier planning.
So do we. So many plants, so much pollen, so much work. This would not be impossible, and the professor can help.
Yes, but the question is, how do we traverse this overwhelming distance?
It's not difficult for me, but for you? Professor, Earth will fly with rocket ships, right?
Of course, we could build a big, really big rocket ship, and
The rocket ship needn't be large. On the contrary, it should be small so it can fly fast. Please excuse me, but I am not large and I am quite fast.
It should be a medium-sized rocket ship to accommodate all regular work activities. And we will all help construct the rocket ship.
It will be difficult, very difficult, but it is worth trying.
In the endless, immeasurable, mysterious, peaceful blackness of outer space, there hung a medium-sized rocket. The professor stood at the window and stared into eternity for 3, 4, or maybe even 5 or 6 months.
And when he did so, he felt immeasurable, endless, enigma, and unknown. It was likely due to this reason that the poems he came up with throughout this time were different and a little bit like this.
Far away on our Earth, there lives a flock, a mayflower. Some live a day, others 2, others still 100 years more. But believe me, no matter how sad, it matters not if you live a day or 2 or 100 years more, but rather if you will do something for a day or 2 or 100 years more.
I see a planet.
Finally, in this endless void we roam, I feared we'd never find our friend Din's home.
Finally, there we can find interesting things, and somebody who's interested can always learn something interesting from interesting things.
Finally!
And now,
We are landed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We shouldn't all board at once. One of us should go as a scout first. That will be me.
no, it would be me. I think there's no one on this planet.
There is no one.
Oh, so there is someone.
There is someone.
If there is someone, I don't like it one bit. Is there or isn't there? Huh? Where are you?
There is no one. There is someone.
Is there anyone?
There is. There isn't.
You're some scout. You can't even tell if someone is from isn't.
The voice told me there's someone. There's no one. And now they've gone quiet.
What could that mean?
It means nothing. The bear said you're a coward.
The bear wouldn't have said that around me.
The bear said that you're scared of your own shadow and that you grow spines out of fear.
That's not true.
What happened? The voice. The bear said some voice answered him.
Yes.
What did it say to you? Why are you crying?
Didn't tell me anything.
How can someone be speaking to you and not tell you anything? I'll go see what this mess is all about. Hello? Hello?
To whom is Honeybee speaking? I don't see anyone.
I told you there's a voice and nothing else.
There can't be a voice without someone or something from which this voice emanates.
There can. The voice said there's someone, there's no one, and there was no one.
And what did it tell you?
Nothing special.
Well, Honeybee's coming back. We'll see now. So, is there a voice? And what did it say to you?
It doesn't matter what the voice said to me. The issue is what was said to it. I take great pride in my hard work and good habits while others mock them. I am proud. Do you understand?
What do you mean?
You know very well what. And him, acting quiet and timid. And he's supposed to be civilized, to be mannered, to be well behaved. And you, Professor.
Do you understand any of this, Professor?
No, Din. Can you read their thoughts?
No, Professor. They're hiding it.
I do not know what's going on, but it seems something nefarious is taking place.
In fact, if you would excuse me saying so, there is nothing worse than being unaware of something. So, I will go up and shed light on this bad something, which might not make it good, but will at least make it clear. Hey, you! Say something!
There's no need. Everyone else has plenty to say about you.
Who is they? And what did they say? And why about me?
Who? Why, only your friends. And what did they say? That you're a show-off, that when you speak you confuse yourself, that you end up saying nothing, and that...
Stop!
They struck hardly about it. They strive to be seen as cultures that shine neither in wit nor talent. They want to prove to everyone that you're educated and kind, that you amount to nothing.
What's the matter, Robert?
What's happening to everyone? Everyone's out of their minds. Let me find this someone, this no one, I don't know. But when I do,
Bears, wait! He's too quick. He should have gone. Honeybee? Hedgehog? Rabbit?
Well, he's already returning.
so that's it. I called you my friends, but all the while you guys were all just a bunch of
Bear, stop. Before you say something you'll later regret. Friends, Din and I will go outside now, and you all will promise to stay exactly where you are. And most importantly, I repeat, most importantly, you will not say another word. Do you promise?
Yes. I promise, although I...
Not another word. Rabbit,
I promise.
how about you?
It's so quiet, Professor. Maybe this voice everyone is talking about is imaginary? We've been here 5, 6, or maybe more minutes, and we haven't heard any voice.
Yes, all of our friends say they came out here and heard a voice separately. Separately. Again, please return to this rocket ship. I will call for you if needed.
Okay, Professor.
So, we're alone now. You can speak.
Why should I talk?
The others are at the top and talk about you.
Oh, and what did they say?
Hedgehog said that it pains him to look at you because your hair reminds him of his spines, and that he doesn't want to look anything like you. And Honeybee,
And Honeybee?
And Honeybee said that the work you do is not actually work, and that the work you do is just thinking, and that everyone can think. Maybe you should try pollinating flowers and making honey sometime, because thinkers like you, she has to feed them too.
I see.
and Rabbit said that you're a manner, that you're unfit for society, that you're constantly scratching your head, and that when you walk like a duck.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, and Bear also said that you're a coward for sending him out to scout this planet first, and that you only left the ship after making sure there was no danger.
And what did Din say?
Din?
Yes, Din.
Din didn't say anything.
That's what I thought.
Did you find anything out, Professor?
Yes, everything.
Is there a voice?
There is a voice that speaks lots.
Is everything voice? The voice of a fly, Professor?
Yes, someone who travels into space in a rocket ship cannot be a coward.
Who called you a coward?
You.
That's not true. That's a lie. I don't know why you guys are claiming that I called him a coward. Who told you that? You, Professor? I'm not expecting that of you.
Wait, Bear. I don't know what the voice said to each of you, as I am only guessing. I can't tell you what it told me. It said that Hedgehog doesn't like me, which is why he's bothered my hair resembles his spines.
That's not true. Hedgehog specifically comes his spines forward so he protect you, Professor.
Hedgehog looks only like himself and no one else. The voice then said that Honeybee doesn't value academic work, but only physical labor.
That's not true. Please excuse me, Professor, but I've personally heard Honeybee speak very highly. What did the voice say about me?
The voice said that you find me uncultured, unmannered, ineloquent, and uncivilized.
That's not true. Rabbit, Hedgehog, and I, and even Honeybee know that you're a wonderful person.
The voice then said that Bear thinks I'm a coward because I sent him as a scout first and only left the ship when I was sure there was no danger.
That's a travesty. I was one of the people that wanted to go first. If I find this voice, I'm gonna...
Professor, but what have we done to it?
Nothing. That's the nature of voices like these. They speak ill of others.
Well, there are no such voices on Nebra, or on Earth, for that matter.
There are such voices on Earth. You just haven't heard them. You tune out such voices. You're the only one who hasn't heard the voice on this planet either.
But how can we protect ourselves from such a being?
The professor has already shown us how. We need to talk to each other, face to face, and be completely forthcoming. This way, the blacks will be exposed, and the voice will not sway us.
Or we can ignore it altogether, like Finn does.
I want to ask, do you think that it's true what the voice said about me? I can change, of course, and I can speak differently. I can promise that
Rabbit, wait. We are friends because you are you. And we all speak differently, talk differently, and act differently. But one thing unites us all, friendship. I want you to be who you are.
I beg your forgiveness, friend. It strikes me that I do not have the words to express the gratitude I feel at the moment, so I will not try to find it out.
I don't like this planet or this voice one bit. Let's get going.
Besides, there are no flowers, so we can't get any work done.
Please wait, everybody. We know how to protect ourselves of this lying voice. But what if others come to this planet? They won't know how to protect themselves, and they'll go against each other out of anger.
If we could get this voice to work, it wouldn't have time for nonsense and silliness.
I'm very doubtful. These type of voices don't work.
You can search the planet, find the voice, and give the owner a thorough thrashing.
Please excuse my forwardness, but the only correct solution in my mind is for one of us to stay back and warn anyone that lands. I suggest that I should stay.
No, that's absurd. What if no one comes? Let's hear what Hedgehog has to say. He has a suggestion. Tell us, Hedgehog.
Yes, we should place signs, warning signs, which tells of the voice and its lies.
Yeah.
I can write the text of the signs.
And I'll distribute them since I can fly.
Me too, because I can run fast. I'll think Colt does safe. I'm used to dating.
I'll hammer in this time since I'm strong.
And I'll help everyone so we can finish faster. Friends, let's get to work. To work. Finally, a real job to do. Work.
Apples!
Honey.
Hey, you know what I mean.
Never!
Professor, how big is space?
Space is endless.
What do you mean endless?
It means that knows that it has no beginning. And when something lacks an end and a beginning, it is therefore endless. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I don't understand anything.
Space is so big, there's nothing you can compare it to. Do you understand now?
No.
We're approaching another planet. It shines beautifully.
Not everything that shines is good. The last time it shone too, didn't it?
The bear is right. Flowers, you see, do not shine, and yet are still so beautiful. The most beautiful thing about them is that you can really get to work on them. Maybe there are flowers on this planet.
Or maybe we'll meet extraterrestrial beings and exchange valuable insights.
And these extraterrestrial beings will have an extraterrestrial garden with many extraterrestrial apples.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of us needs to go as a scout first.
I will.
Okay there, but be very careful. If you hear, see, smell, or feel anything, come back immediately and tell us, okay?
Of course. The sun on this planet has melted into the sky and it smells hot everywhere. It smells hot.
What does it smell like?
It smells hot.
Anything else?
Nothing. You told me to be careful. If I feel, see, or hear anything, come and tell you. I saw that the sun is melting and I felt that it smelled hot. And I came back to report.
Okay. We'll have to conduct a longer reconnaissance. This time you can stay here and guard the ship.
Bear will stay to guard the ship. At least I have this chamomile tea with delicious honey. Although, it makes me terribly sleepy. And for how much longer will I have to guard the ship? What if they're in trouble? What if they need my help? I can't stand to guard the ship 1 minute longer. I've walked 2, 3, or maybe many more miles and not have chased them. When I found them, I will teach them a lesson, leaving your friends behind to worry. There are many awful things, but the worst is to worry about your friends and to imagine what could have happened to them. Hey, what's this? Games, tournaments, contests, a strength competition, a ball game, and the grand prize is a pot of honey. I can surely win it. But I need to find these scatterbrains who landed on this planet with a melting sun and forgot everything else. I need to find them, and when I do, I will teach them a lesson. There you are. I sat, I waited, I searched and worried, and all you were doing was strolling along, talking to yourself.
Hello there. Might I introduce you to the Duchess? Madame Duchess, this is the bear. Please forgive his lapses in conduct. He hasn't had the proper socialization. But he's otherwise a good friend.
My conduct is of no concern to anyone, and what duchess are you raving about?
Bear, you go too far. Be civil.
He's gone mad. Tetra, what happened to Rabbit? Is he alright? Hey, why are you pissing around? Stand still while I'm talking to you.
I don't have time. See how many apples are big, juicy, and on the ground. I don't even have to shake them down. You You wouldn't turn down being a juicy apple, right?
The professor just loves them. Don't just stare, help me.
Help with what? With apples?
That's not funny and it's distracting. If you're not going to help, go on your way and don't get in line.
I need my professor right now. What happened to them? Probably they eat. They probably have heat stroke. Oh, there's Professor. Hi, Professor. What is he doing?
Oh, hi, Bear. You seem upset. What is the matter?
I think there's something wrong with Rabbit and Hedgehog.
What is it?
Rabbit is talking to some Duchess, and Hedgehog is gathering apples.
Rabbit has always dreamed of being in the company of royalty, and Hedgehog loves apples.
And what are you doing?
You can't see? You can see, but you don't understand. This is my laboratory. It makes my laboratory back on Earth like a used bicycle. Here, I can finally carry out all of my chemistry, physics, biology, and astronomy experiments, and then test them out in the field, seeing as though we flew here on a rocket ship.
He's got heat stroke too? I won't get your way. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yes, goodbye, Bear. I do feel overworked.
Professor must definitely need a use of a rest. Oh, the tea! Professor, I know you must be very tired. I'm about to do a refreshment. Please have some.
Thank you, Bear. How kind of you.
He's really heavy. It's probably because of his big brain. I wish there was a laboratory type of shit, but rather than be no laboratory, be no professor.
Hello there. Welcome to Nedrad. Oh, you doubted me find my planet. So many flowers, so much pollen, so much work.
What, Nedrad? There's nothing there.
You're joking. There's nothing there. What a crock. He loves honey, and yet he doesn't want a house.
But really, there's nothing. I mean, your planet's really beautiful there. The flowers, the pollen, the honey. How about your refreshment? Please, after you have some, I'll help you. Honeybee's right. If one wants honey, one has to work for it.
This beverage is outstanding. Only those who have toiled can truly appreciate it.
Oh, I've never done a refreshment. Thank you, Bear.
I don't care about these games and tournaments around me. I don't even care about the prize. Honeybee shares honey with me. It's important for me to save them. Good afternoon, Duchess. Good afternoon, Rabbit. Apologies for being so rude earlier. It's probably due to the sun and the heat. How about this refreshing drink? Please have some along with my apologies.
Well, thank you, Bear. Duchess, I suggest that you drink first and I second. I'm confident that after you've had a sip, the beverage will be even more delicious.
bad there's no more Duchess. I would have not mind carrying her as well. Hedgehog, come sit down and share this refreshing drink with me.
Later, Bear, later. See how many apples away in storage?
Come, I want to drink this.
All right. Could ask a little more time. But this is delicious. Thank you, Bear.
Too bad there's no more apples. I would have not mind eating one in this heat. Oh, finally. At last. 3, 2, 1, take off.
What is this? Where am I? The last I remembered, I left the ship on a new planet.
Me too. I was in the scouting party as well.
Bear, stay back. Bear, what happened?
You last came back and said that there was nothing of interest.
Does that mean that there were no extraterrestrial beings?
There was no extraterrestrial Duchess.
What's Duchess?
Well, I mean, those extraterrestrials. But look, there are no apples, no honey, no laboratory.
What laboratory do you speak of?
Professor, believe me, there's nothing interesting on this planet. Absolutely nothing. Din, you can read thoughts. Tell them, am I right? Din, am I right?
Yes, Bear. I think you are right. There was nothing of interest on that planet.
I see a planet. A planet shining peculiarly. By peculiar, I mean metallic. And metallic shine can only be made by a metallic planet.
The metal planet. The Elvis was never our total metal planet, where there live metal people. Really? People?
Matter or not, living things at last. No more gossiping voices, alluring illusions, or other such things.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's as if they're praying. Maybe they're asking us to come out.
I would have preferred to find them working.
Should I go and investigate?
No. They seem to be a friendly disposition.
They are metallic.
And their metal shines more brightly than ours. And their sound stronger than ours.
And they can fly, but we cannot.
And they can make flames, but we cannot. And they are bigger than us, while we're smaller than them.
This was our leader.
This will be our leader. This was our leader. Leader, you surpass us in every way.
Professor, it's not us they're speaking to.
It's not us they're greeting.
And it's not us they're bowing to.
Then to whom are they speaking and bowing, and who are they greeting? There's no one here but us.
They're greeting the ship. Our ship.
What a foolish situation. Let's explain to them that they should be greeting us.
Allow me to try. Dear people of the metal planet, I call you dear as you are the first living creatures we've met on our long cosmic journey. You
We gave our first interplanetary encounter our best, and still it seems to have matched.
We didn't even
Ring, ring.
understand who we are, or what we are.
They paid attention only to the ship. And a lot of attention to that.
Made of something soft? No one has ever dared say I made of something soft. I don't know how soft my paws are.
Soft you may be outside, but a strong heart you cannot hide. I forbid any use of force. We must take into account the feelings of the inhabitants before our own automatic. Do you understand?
I understand.
Does anyone feel that? What's going on?
Our ship, it's gone.